Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Football Talk. And we got a video from Eric Rayweather on a Sunday. A huge change is coming to future and college. Wait, future and college and Madden games. I ain't gonna lie. You know what? Whatever. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is about the open world. So, very similar if you guys play or have played 2K, the open worldness that they have with their creative player and stuff like that is something that a lot of fans have been wanting to see on the football side of things. And I'm super excited to see what new developments we have, because I think last year Eric Rayweather talked about this. I think it was last year I reacted to a video about this. So super excited for this. By the way, we are live right now on Twitch. You can see the chat over there on your left side of your screen. Yeah, so say hey to the Twitch. You guys do not want to miss any of the live streams. Follow your boy on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video right now. Without further ado, let's jump right into this. Let's go.
There's recently been some interesting developments as it pertains to both the future of college football and Madden video games, and this is something that was announced by EA about a year ago around this time, but in recent days we've gotten some leaks
That's
and
right.
more info
Okay, so it
about
was
this, so we
officially
kind of know
announced.
what to expect going forward. Now, about this time last year, I made a video reporting that EA had announced that they were bringing open world to their video games. Now, they specifically
Yeah, I
mentioned
remember
their soccer game
this.
FC at the time when they made the announcement, and they showed some screenshots of what they were working on, but they also did mention that this would also be coming to their American football video games as well, which would be college football and Madden, as that is their only American football games. Now, could they be working on a standalone game? I guess that is always possible, but if they're putting something into their soccer game FC, there's a really good chance it's going to come to Madden and
Yeah,
college football,
they
because
normally
they've
put it in
always done
Madden
this in
and
the
then
past. In
college
fact, that's
football
how
will
I've
get
been
it.
able to predict so many times over the years what new features Madden would get, because if FIFA got a big feature the year before, there was always a good chance Madden would get it. FIFA got Ultimate Team, Madden got it the next year. FIFA got Real Player Motion, Madden got it the next year, and the list goes on and on. This has happened so many times over the years. And now FC, formerly known as FIFA, is getting the open world this year, supposedly. Now, let's watch a clip really quickly of the announcement last year so that you can kind of know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's get a refresher.
The building blocks of fandom for younger generations are in creation, expression, and social connection. To capture this, our teams are hard at work on a couple of new projects. They're building unique, new experiences, virtual open-world playground spaces where you, your friends, and the fan community can come together to experience avatar-based collective play, both competitive and casual. Now, we're talking about two distinctly different experiences for FC and our American football franchises. And while we're not ready to share more just yet, we're incredibly excited to introduce these new experiences into our ecosystems in the years ahead.
Now, again, you see that he mentioned that it would be coming to their American football games as well, but let's talk about what happened recently. There was a leak a few days ago.
Ooh, okay,
Twitter,
what happened
recently? It's kind of
recently?
been getting passed around that in FC 27, which is set to release later this year, they're going to be introducing a game mode called The Grounds, which is their open world. It's their version of the park or the city in
that's
NBA
what it's gonna be
2K,
called,
or
The
the
Grounds.
island in
Okay.
WWE 2K. This is a blueprint that 2K has laid
Yep,
out for
about to
many
say
years. They've had it in
WWE.
NBA 2K for over a decade, and in recent years, they've even brought this to their wrestling game, WWE 2K.
Yep.
Now, why EA has waited so long to implement something like this in their games, I don't really know, but I guess better late than never. Now, depending on the type of player you are, you're either going to love this or hate this. If you're a guy that likes to play career modes and stuff like that, you're probably interested in this. However, if you're strictly a dynasty franchise
That's
player,
me.
or maybe just strictly an ultimate team type player, maybe this doesn't interest you that much. But the fact that this is coming to FC this year officially means there's a decent chance we can expect this in the next Madden and college game, or if not the next one, maybe the year after that. One thing is for sure, if they are building this out for their FC game, a lot of money and time is involved in that, and typically when they do really big intense features like that, they want to get the most out of them. So if they make sense to be incorporated into their other games, they're going to do it. And open world and FC can easily work similar in Madden or college football. And again, they said that they wanted to bring this to their American games, so why not? Now, what do we know about this mode? We only know a little bit so far. We know that there's going to be different regions. Maybe this is similar to affiliations if you're familiar with NBA 2K. How that's
So it's
exactly
gonna
going to
be
work,
like
how they're going to implement it, we
affiliations.
don't know yet.
Okay.
How big is this open world going to be? We also don't know. I would hope that they would look at what 2K did well over the years that people liked when 2K was rising to the place it is now versus kind of what it's turned into over the years and things that people didn't like. Now we're going to go over more of maybe what you can expect, what we know.
Okay, so I know one thing that the 2K community doesn't like about the park is that it's too big. They rather it have like be a lot smaller like it used to be. So for Madden, I meant like Madden. For EA, I feel like they're gonna start small as well. Um I just hope they have like new, like they update it. You know, it's not just the same old, areas that you've been through 1,000 times. I hope that they get updates of new places and stuff. I think that would be very, very cool to see. Like them, like
About the
you get
FC
new
game and what this
places like
potentially
every
means for
season or
college
something
and
like
Madden.
that.
But really quickly, here's a word from today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Arena Club. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I love sports cards. And with Arena Club, your next big hit is literally just one click away. Arena
Shout out to
for the
Arena
FC
Club.
game is that we know that they are going to have a game pass. That's kind of just something to expect nowadays. It's not something a lot of us love, but EA already does this in their Ultimate Team modes. 2K does it
Yeah.
in their city or park. They're going to have this in the open world as well. That's going to be their way of making money. That's why I'm kind of surprised EA hasn't done this long ago, because this has been such a huge moneymaker for 2K and microtransactions, and we know EA is very similar in their love for microtransactions, so I'm not sure why they haven't done this already. But yes, they're going to try to get money out of you in this mode any way that they
I
can.
mean, it's
We
not like
also
they
know
not a
that
company.
there's going to be ways to play maybe 3v3,
Especially a public
5v5,
one.
maybe even with football, it could be 7 versus 7. We'd have to see how that plays out. We also know that they plan to have a bunch of mini games inside of this mode in FC, which makes sense. I mean, when you want to go online and
Ooh.
play, you might not want to just
Hopefully the mini
play
games
the
aren't
regular
boring.
style of mode where it could be 3v3,
What is
5v5.
this?
You might want to also have some side little mini games that you can play as well. Think of these like house rules or maybe just actual mini games. I mean, we've seen in college and in
Oh,
Madden, they've
kind
had
of
a
like,
ton of mini games that
you
they've
know
added back.
what? You know what would be cool? Like the mini games, like they add the yard. I remember when the yard first came out, bro. I was heavily grinding on that. Obviously now I don't even think most people even know about the yard, but I think that would be cool. Like the mini game, like some of the mini games be like from the yard, like their game modes that they had, kind of like mix it in together. I think that would be a cool one, in my opinion, at least.
Over the last few years, so you can maybe
Bring
incorporate
back
that
the
into an
yard
open
feel
world
when
where
it
you can
first
play
came out.
rushing attack, or you can play the quarterback drills head to head. Maybe they create some brand new mini games that you could also play as well. But
Yeah,
judging off what they're doing
that
for
would definitely be
FC,
cool.
they're going to do something similar when they eventually bring this to Madden or college football, unless it is going to be a standalone game. I mean, we haven't had an NFL Street for years. We haven't had something like NFL Blitz for years, so they could also be working on something like
NFL,
that. But
yeah,
again, if it's going to be in FIFA,
them
I
look
strongly
different.
believe it's something that they're going to bring to their actual flagship games, because those are the games that make the most money.
Yeah.
Now, I do think that something like this would be a lot better in college versus Madden in particular, because I just think the idea of having a campus for Road to Glory is pretty cool. You
bro,
already have those
imagine you
kind of
can actually
side
go to
quests you have to do
school.
inside of Road to Glory with your academics and your practicing and
Bro,
all
what
that
if
different
you
things you have
actually
to
had to go to
balance. They could
school
make
and like
these
be in
physical
classroom
things
and
in an
stuff?
open
That would be
world. You could have a
crazy.
campus where you can go train and work out. You can go to a practice field and do mini games and run drills. Then you can have your area where you can just kind of play, 3v3 or 5v5 and team up with other players that are at your college, quote unquote. Then you can also have like an academic building. You can also have the stadium
I
that
ain't
you
gonna lie,
walk
that would
to
be
on
that would
game day,
be so
similar to
dope.
in 2K when you walk to the stadium when you're ready to play your game. I think all these ideas sound really cool in the college game because of the campus atmosphere that you can implement around this.
Yeah,
In Madden,
it definitely
I don't
makes more
think it would
sense in
be
college.
as cool to me personally, but of course they're going to put it in Madden. If they're putting it in college, it only makes sense. I think in Madden, it just wouldn't be as fun to me. I think, even in college, Road to Glory is more fun than Superstar is in Madden. The whole college campus student athlete part of it, I think, makes it really cool, and the high school portion of things as well. But I
Yeah,
do think
I
for
ain't gonna lie,
college
the
this
high
could
school
actually be a really great
portion
feature
of it
if
really
done well, but
added
that
a
is the
lot
key.
to it.
It would have to be done well. But seeing as it's now being put into FC this year, that's something to maybe be excited for the next year or two as it could roll out for Madden and college football. This would be something that would change the game forever because neither of these games have had anything remotely close to this. I mean, we've seen the Yard and Superstar Showdown in Madden. I think that kind of blueprint there, whatever they would do, would be built from that. You would have those elements that are already there, and then you kind of just add more
when the
ways to
Yard
play
came
and
out,
build
bro,
an open
everybody
world
was
around
on
it.
it.
I think that could be pretty cool. But just wanted to kind of update you guys now that this is becoming more of a reality for FC. That also means it's something we have to keep our eyes on as it moves forward to potentially be in the American football games. Now, while you're here, if you want to know more about what to expect.
Okay. I kind of forgot about this, bro. I got a bad memory, but like he said, I feel like college, it would be way better in college because imagine you got to go to school. Like, you got to wake up. First and foremost, you go to practice, come back to your dorm, hang out with your friends or whatever, or even go to a house party, like go to a party you're not supposed to. You know how in 2026 they have it, do you want to, go to this party or study or something like that. It's like a little option that they have in there. What if you can go to a house party, bro, and see other the other schools like coming to the house party? Like that'd be so, I ain't gonna lie, that'd be awesome, bro. But it would definitely change Madden and college football forever. Whichever way they do it, it's gonna change it forever for sure. So I'm super excited. Hopefully you guys are super excited as well. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.